Ultimate Guide to Striper Fishing in Penobscot Bay. The time to catch striped bass in Penobscot Bay is now. Every spring, striped bass embark on their annual journey back to their spawning habitats in the Northeast, which includes the rivers and estuaries of Maine. As we move into the height of summer, the water temperatures are rising, bait fish are migrating into shallower waters, and striped bass are eagerly following their food into the rich waters of Penobscot Bay. If you've been waiting for the ideal moment to target stripers in these Maine waters, that moment has arrived. This year, the arrival of stripers was delayed, with reports indicating they didn't show up until around Father's Day, as noted by Tom Curtis from Verona Island Charter Services and Todd Jackson from Penobscot Bay Outfitters. The season began slowly due to the chilly weather in May and June, but things are heating up now that warmer temperatures have settled in.
During my recent fishing trip with Curtis, the water temperature was 58 degrees in Bucksport Harbor, but it warmed up to about 60 degrees as we ventured further into the bay.
"That's still quite cool for this time of year," Curtis remarked. "Nevertheless, I managed to catch a stunning 33-inch striper using circle hooks and live bait. Both captains prefer using live bait when available. And right now, pogies and mackerel are abundant throughout the bay." Curtis mentioned pogies are easy to catch and great for kids on board, although he has a preference for mackerel. Jackson added, pogies, also known as menhaden, arrived 3 weeks later than last year, but in good numbers. The mackerel just made their appearance about 2 weeks ago. When you're out fishing, locating bait is relatively straightforward. Just keep an eye out for surface disturbances, where stripers and seals are in pursuit. You can fish for this bait in Penobscot Bay with a freshwater recreational fishing license, with a daily limit of 25 pogies and 20 mackerel. Jackson noted, they haven't been biting on bloodworms and sandworms as effectively as in previous years. "I believe this is due to the water temperature. They thrive in waters of 60 degrees or higher." Currently, both Curtis and Jackson are spotting large stripers in the bay, most measuring over 30 inches. Curtis recently caught a 38-inch striper weighing around 26 pounds. "There are plenty of big fish in the area. We're catching them in the 30s and 40s, Jackson stated. Interestingly, tuna fishermen have reported seeing smaller stripers, known as schoolies, about 20 miles offshore, where there are vast schools of bait and likely warmer waters. However, both captains mentioned that there aren't many schoolies in the bay at this time. Tides also play a crucial role in fishing success. Fishing during an incoming tide is preferable, as it brings in food sources including baitfish. Penobscot Bay experiences a significant tidal range of 10 to 12 feet, with strong currents influenced by both the tides and the freshwater outflow from the Penobscot River. This influx of fresh water can enhance oxygen levels and improve water clarity, stimulating feeding behavior. While fishing with Curtis, we concentrated on shallower areas, hoping to catch stripers that were feeding on bait swept in by the current. He explained that stripers can more easily locate bait against the rocks in these regions. Both captains mentioned that the fish are currently dispersed. They could be anywhere from Bucksport all the way up the Orland River to the Veterans Remembrance Bridge in Bangor, Curtis said. Both boat and shore anglers have the potential to do well, Curtis noted. We also discussed alternative methods, such as night fishing from shore. A light attracts bait, which in turn draws in the stripers. Many anglers have had success using lures, he added. The prime window for striper fishing in Penobscot Bay won't last indefinitely. Stripers will begin to gather in September as they prepare to migrate. Last September was wild here in the bay, Jackson recalled. You could enter a cove and see 20 to 30 stripers swimming around. So, the fishing is only going to improve from now until then. Be sure to check the tide charts, stock up on fresh bait, and make time to get out on the water.